And welcome back. A pair of Dover residents were arrested on drug and weapons charges at their home, which police say was actually also being used as a daycare center. 33-year-old Cameron Christmas and 29-year-old Jessica Cooper were both arrested after a search found 95 grams of powder cocaine, over 25 grams of crack cocaine, over 300 bags of heroin, 2 handguns, and $32,000 in cash. Now, 4 children were at that daycare facility when the home was searched, and they were safely returned to their legal guardians. Christmas is being held at SCI on $93,000 cash bond and is facing multiple drug, firearm, and child endangerment charges, while Cooper is facing nearly identical charges and is being held on $49,000 cash bond. Well, moving on here, Ocean View police are looking for 2 women who they say stole items out of houses, one of them which they had been hired to clean. Anya Williamson and Melissa Baker, who you see there on your screen, are accused of stealing items, including TVs, from homes in the Bear Trap Dunes community while the homeowners were away. Now, police say one of the suspects had worked for a cleaning service and actually had keys to the home. Now, one of the televisions was found at a pawn shop in the Seaford area. Anyone with any information is urged to give Ocean View Police a call at 302-539-1111. Well, January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month. Across the globe, an estimated 27 million people are victims of human trafficking. In recognition of the month, the Wicomico County Department of Public Health wants residents to be aware of what some of the common signs of human trafficking are. And some of those signs include not having control over their passport or other identifying documents, being forced to live and work in isolated and oftentimes very dangerous conditions, and constantly being monitored. Well, Berlin Restaurant Week event kicks off today, or it did, and will run through January 18th. America's coolest small town is host to lots of great spots, and participating restaurants will have unique specials throughout the week. Now, those who dine 3 times at the event will have the opportunity to win restaurant gift cards or even $100 in cash. More details about the event can be found on their Facebook page under Berlin Restaurant Week. Well, the city of Cambridge making an unfortunate announcement concerning their Ice and Oyster Festival. As you might be aware of, due to that weather that we're experiencing right now, they actually had to cancel the Friday portion of the festival. However, those looking to eat some oysters and take in the ice carvings will still be able to do so tomorrow. The festival is keeping their time frame on Saturday this weekend of noon until 8 p.m. More details can be found on iceoysterfest.com. Well, the city of Salisbury says its traffic pickup woes are over. Officials announcing today that the Department of Field Operations is all caught up on trash collection. They were able to get through the snafu with the help of departments from nearby towns. Now, recycling collection will resume next week following Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Well, prom season may be a few months away, but one annual giveaway is making sure that local female students have everything they need to make their night magical. The Prom Promise event allows students across Delmarva the opportunity to choose through upwards of 2,000 dresses. Now, many of those gowns are gently used and donated from the local community. The nonprofit tells us the goal is to remove the financial barrier that many families face.
We also have gowns donated by businesses such as Downtown Bridal and Shears Bridal. So we get loads of gowns from those businesses as well, brand new. We also accept gently worn shoes, formal shoes, brand new makeup, accessories, hair accessories.
Now, you can drop off your gowns at Benjamin's Wear It Again in Salisbury. Giveaway day is scheduled for Saturday, January 27th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. at Parkside High. And at this time, we're going to throw things over to Chief Meteorologist Rich Wardzik, who's been tracking tonight's storm. Rich?
And Rob, as we expected, this one came in real quick. We were finishing up the news hour back at 6:30 and didn't have a drop of rain falling across the area. The wind wasn't very noticeable. Now this, a very nasty evening here in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Or Morse Roofing and Siding Skycam. Winds are starting to pick up, not only here along the coast under a high wind warning for the Delaware beaches. Could get 60-mile-per-hour plus winds later tonight. Not ruling out an isolated gust of 60 or higher within Delmarva under a wind advisory. And then we've got storm warnings gale warnings off the coast, also across the bay. A lot going on here, and flooding still a concern with this system. It won't be as bad as the last one. We're not anticipating that. This one's moving through even quicker. But a coastal flood advisory for much of Delaware, the upper shore of Maryland, the mid and lower shores here on the bay side, including Somerset, Wycomico, and Dorchester counties, all under coastal flood warnings with issues with high tide later tonight and again tomorrow afternoon and evening. 58 degrees the high today, taking a look at the almanac, but if you look at the time when that occurred just a few minutes ago, started the morning at 28. We've bumped up 30 degrees with this moisture coming in. Has also been warmer air. I expect this to top off somewhere right around 60 before the cold front moves through. You can see all locations right now well into the mid and upper 50s. And there it is. You can see that moisture funneling across the area. Yellow is indicating we have some heavier rain moving in north of Salisbury. A few breaks here, but what I want to point out is that thin line that you see developing right there. Kind of expand the view here. It starts to pick up in intensity down into southern Virginia. That could have some higher wind gusts with it as it kicks through, and you can see it's slowly working its way east as the heavier bands within it are racing off to the north and east. So watching this closely, maybe some thunder involved, because if you look closely, you can see a couple lightning strikes showing up with this action as it's moving up the coast. Strong cold front off to the west, centered around or trailing a very strong area of low pressure up in the Gulf region or into the Great Lakes region, pulling in that Gulf moisture. I made that mistake back at 10 o'clock. What am I thinking there? But the idea is that storm will move off to the north at the end of the weekend. So let's look ahead to next week. And I've showed you here the chance for some light snow Tuesday night into very early Wednesday morning. This would not be a heavy snowmaker if this model was to come true here. This is the American model taking a look at the long range, but look at the European model, another one that we rely on very heavily in long range forecasting. It's a little different. A bit of snow for us, but most of the moisture moves off the coast into early Wednesday morning. So that's why we're not assigning any type of forecast numbers to snow that may fall. It's just too far out and too much disagreement with the models. I'll tell you one thing, though, that is guaranteed. It is going to get awfully cold next week. Not tonight, though. We're going to top off in the low 60s. Temperatures will fall during the day tomorrow. Braziers Carpet Care dog walking forecast. Say hi to Trouble and Mr. Bones. Cats on the beach. I love it. Lily, thank you for that great photo. Blustery tomorrow, but a much better day. You see temperatures going in the wrong direction. They fall to the 40s by the afternoon. Still gale force winds out there in some locations. The marine forecast not looking much better, but better than what we'll have here in the next couple of hours. The weekend ends breezy, much colder on MLK Day. This is what I was talking about. Look at those nighttime lows in the teens. That would support, if snow falls, for some of that to stick. So we're going to watch that real closely. Maybe some icy spots by Wednesday morning. We've got more DSI on the other side of the break. Brandon and Cole, they're coming right back through the hallway right now. We'll talk to you again in a few minutes. Stay with us.